sing. So the sun is sinking down. I watched two deer draw near to hear. They'd left without a sound. Spirits moving through the trees, no telling where they're bound. I'd play this song for anyone who wants to hang around. Moonlight shining bright, the sun is going down, spinning round, floating down, all gold and red and brown. Another fall comes down, another fall comes round. Hoot owls calling out to me, evening's coming round. This is where we're meant to be. Just look at what we found. Circle dance goes round again, and you're still here with me. There's no place in this whole wide world that I would rather be. Moonlight shining bright, the sun is sinking down, spinning round, paint the ground in gold and red and brown. Another fall comes down, another fall comes round. Whippoorwill, come sing your song. The sun is sinking down. I watched two deer draw near to hear. They'd left without a sound. Spirits moving through the trees, no telling where they're bound. I'd play this song for anyone who wants to hang around. Moonlight shining bright, the sun is going down, spinning round, floating down, all gold and red and brown. Another fall comes down, another fall comes round. Hoot owls calling out to me, evenings coming round. This is where we're meant to be. Just look at what we found. Circle dance goes round again, and you're still here with me. There's no place in this whole wide world that I would rather be. Moonlight shining bright, the sun is sinking down, spinning round, paint the ground in gold and red and brown. Another fall comes down, another fall comes round.
Good morning. We invite you to take your seats and prepare for this morning's service. On behalf of the worship committee, welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Columbia. I'm your service leader today, Linda Brennison. Today, we look ahead to our congregation's 2026 Michael Sullivan Share the Plate selection. Each year, members and friends nominate and vote for local charities whose work reflect our values. 11 are chosen to receive half of our plate collections for 1 month each year, and the 12th month supports our minister's discretionary fund. For today's service, we are lifting up the values of generosity, interdependence, and pluralism. We welcome 2 guest speakers from local charities today, Matt Butler from the Harriet Hancock Center and Becky Morrison from Senior Resources. You'll be hearing more from them later on in the service. We want you to stay connected with our community. We really do. Recurring events are listed in the calendar in your order of service, but special events are coming up too. Every Thursday, we email a newsletter with details. Make sure we have your email address if you'd like to receive that weekly email of events. You can also find events on our website, Facebook, and Instagram. And today, at the end of the service, we will have several special announcements, so I will ask you to remain to listen to those at the end of the service, please. We warmly welcome families with children and offer childcare during our service. This childcare is for infants and children up to 4 years. We have a designated seating area in the sanctuary for children. It's right over in that area. Ages 4 to 7 and their parents are caregivers. Feel free to bring the toys found in the back of the social hall for quiet play. Today, children will remain in the service with their parents or caregivers. Please silence all devices as we center ourselves on today's service and listen to the prelude.
Our choirs are starting back up here at the UUCC, and it's my pleasure today to invite singers from our treble voices choir, Prism, forward to sing Circle of Light by Teresa Rousseau from the Songs for Earthlings songbook.
We are creating a circle of light. 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 We are creating a circle of light.
Well, thank you so much. It's so good to hear from Prism. So now, if everyone would please rise in body or spirit and join me in the congregational covenant. It's in your order of service. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, seek knowledge and freedom, and serve others in community. Thus do we covenant with one another. Please be seated. Unitarian Universalism is a diverse and non-creedal religion. Our community is founded on deeds, not creeds. We are a covenantal religion, meaning we don't have to believe the same to treat each other the same, with respect, equity, compassion, and dignity. We place love at the center of our values, embracing and welcoming all people. We're delighted to welcome our guests and visitors today, and I have a special person to carry our microphone today, Phil Turner.
Don't let me down.
Okay, all right. We're delighted to welcome our guests and visitors. Visitors, please wait for the microphone before speaking. Share your name and where you're from when it's your turn, and if you have guests, feel free to introduce them as well. So since Phil has made a special trip, there's nobody, I know there's got to be one visitor. Well, thank you, Phil. Good job. Oh, so visitors, if you'd like to learn more about UUCC, and I know there's some out here, but maybe next time you will introduce yourself. Visitor cards are in the pockets on the back of each chair. Please fill one out and place it in the offering plate when it's passed around later. And so we can get your email address, and we'll email you that newsletter I spoke of earlier. Our board members and committee chairs welcome your questions and comments, and they do wear green name tags. This is for the purpose of identification, so that you can speak with them if you so desire. So visitors, thank you for being here. And now it's time for our chalice lighting. And I want to invite forward to light the chalice, Ryan Kearns. Ryan joined officially in 2024, but he was a friend for quite some time before that. He enjoys being a part of the Chalice Voices and the Men's Encore Choirs and the Kitchen Committee, which we thank him greatly for that. Thank you. May the Spirit of light and life come unto us.
Our opening hymn is number 362, Rise Up, O Flame. I'm going to invite the singers of Prism over to this mic because they're going to help lead us in the round. We're going to sing this song together as a whole 3 times. And then we're going to split into a round. So about right here from our special guest, Matt, over through our right wing, all of you are going to stay with these singers. That means all you have to do is keep going. Nothing changes. Those of you over on this side, after we sing as a big group 3 times, you're going to see me wave my arm and make a very dramatic face to get your attention, to let you know we're going to come in for the round where the number 2 starts. And you can follow and stay with my voice. Please rise in body or spirit to join in singing.
Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light, flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty. Rise up, O flame, rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty. Rise up, O flame, rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy.
Today, to present our opening words, I'm pleased to welcome Matt Butler, representing the Harriet Hancock Center. The Harriet Hancock Center is located in the heart of Columbia and is the hub of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender activity in the Midlands. The center offers a variety of resources, including a free lending library, meeting spaces for LGBT-supportive groups, and a directory of LGBT-friendly businesses, organizations, and counselors, while also serving as the headquarters for the South Carolina Pride Movement. Welcome, Matt.
Thank you, Linda. And before I share these words, I want to give a trigger warning. I'm sharing long excerpts from a speech given in 1978 by Harvey Milk. He delivered it on Gay Freedom Day, 25 June 1978, and would be assassinated less than 5 months later in November. It speaks to those times, and I believe it certainly speaks to our current times. My name is Harvey Milk, and I'm here to recruit you. I've been saying this one for years. It's a political joke, and I can't help it, but I've got to tell you, I've never been able to talk to this many people before, so if I tell you nothing else, you may be able to go home laughing a bit. This ocean liner was going across the ocean and it sank, and there was one little piece of wood floating, and 3 people swam to it. And they realized only one person could hold on to it, so they had a little debate about which was the person. It so happened that the 3 people were the Pope, the President, and Mayor Daley of Chicago. The Pope said he was titular head of one of the greatest religions of the world. He was a spiritual advisor to many, many millions, and he went on to, and pontificated, and they thought it was a good argument. Then the president said he was the leader of the largest and most powerful nation of the world. What takes place in this country affects the whole world, and they thought that was a good argument. And Mayor Daley said he was mayor of the backbone of the United States, and what took place in Chicago affected the world, and what took place in the Archdiocese of Chicago affected Catholicism, and they thought that was a good argument. So they did it in a democratic way and voted, and Daley won 7-2. About 6 months ago, Anita Bryant, in her Speaking to God, said that the drought in California was because of the gay people. On November 9th, the day after I got elected, it started to rain. On the day I got sworn in, we walked to City Hall, and it was kind of nice. And as soon as I said the word, "I do," it started to rain again. It's been raining since then, and the people of San Francisco figure the only way to stop it is to do a recall petition, and that's a local joke. So much for that. Why are we here? Why are gay people here? And what's happening? What's happening to me is the antithesis of what you read about in the papers and what you hear about on the radio. You hear about and read about this movement to the right, that we must band together and fight back this movement to the right. And I'm here to go ahead and say that what you hear and read is what they want you to think, because it's not happening. The major media in this country has talked about the movement to the right, so the legislators think that there is indeed a movement to the right, and that the Congress and the legislators and the city councils will start to move to the right the way the major media want them. So they keep on talking about this move to the right. So let's look at 1977 and see if there was indeed a move to the right. In 1977, gay people had their rights taken away from them in Miami. But you must remember that in the week before, Miami, and the week after that, the word homosexual or gay appeared in every single newspaper in this nation, in articles both pro and con, in every radio station, in every TV station, in every household. For the first time in the history of the world, everybody was talking about it, good or bad. Unless you have dialogue, unless you open the walls of dialogue, you can never reach to change people's opinion. In those 2 weeks, more good and bad, but more about the word homosexual and gay was written than probably in the history of mankind. Once you have dialogue starting, you know you can break down prejudice. In 1977, we saw a dialogue start. In 1977, we saw a gay person elected in San Francisco. In 1977, we saw the state of Mississippi decriminalize marijuana. In 1977, we saw the Convention of Conventions in Houston, and I want to know where the movement to the right is happening. In San Francisco elections, we're asking, at least we hope to ask, that the U.S. government put pressure on the closing of the South African consulate. That must happen. There's a major difference between an embassy in Washington, which is diplomatic bureau, and a consulate in a major city. A consulate is there for one reason only: to promote business, economic gains, tourism, investments. And every time you have business going to South Africa, you're promoting a regime that's offensive. In the city of San Francisco, if everyone of 51% of the city were to go to South Africa, they would be treated as a second-class citizen. That is an offense to the people of San Francisco, and I hope all of my colleagues up there will take every step we can to close down that consulate, and hope that people in other parts of the state follow us in that lead. I know we are pressed for time, so I'm going to cover just one more little point. That is to understand why it is important that gay people run for office and that gay people get elected. You see, there are major differences, and it remains a vital difference, between a gay friend, or between a friend and a gay person, a friend in office and a gay person in office. Gay people have been slandered nationwide. We've been tarred and we've been brushed with the picture of pornography. In Dade County, we were accused of child molestation. It's not enough anymore to just have friends represent us, no matter how good that friend may be. The Black community made up its mind a long time ago that myths against Blacks can only be dispelled by electing Black leaders, so the Black community could be judged by the leaders, not by myths or by criminals. The Spanish community must not be judged by the Latin criminals or myths. The Asian community must not be judged by Asian criminals or myths. The Italian community must not be judged by the mafia or myths. And the time has come when the gay community must not be judged by our criminals or myths. Like every other group, we must be judged by our leaders and by those who are themselves gay, those who are visible. For invisible, we remain in limbo, a myth, a person with no parents, no brothers, no sisters, no friends, who are straight, no important positions in employment, a tenth of the nation supposedly composed of stereotypes and would-be seducers of children. And no offense meant to the stereotypes, but today, the Black community is not judged by its friends, but by its Black legislators and leaders. And we must give people the chance to judge us by our leaders and our legislators. A gay person in office can set a tone, can command respect, not only from the larger community, but from the young people in our community who need both examples and hope. The anger and the frustration that some of us feel is because we are misunderstood, and friends can't feel the anger and the frustration. They can sense it in us, but they can't feel it because a friend has never gone through what is known as coming out. I will never forget what it was like coming out and having nobody to look up toward. I remember the lack of hope, and our friends can't fulfill it. I can't forget the looks of faces of people who've lost hope. Be they gay, be they seniors, be they Blacks looking for an almost impossible job, be they Latins trying to explain their problems and aspirations in a tongue that's foreign to them. I personally will never forget that people are more important than buildings. I use the word I because I'm proud. I stand here tonight in front of my gay sisters, brothers, and friends because I'm proud of you. I think it's time that we have many legislators who are gay and proud of that fact and do not have to remain in the closet. I think that a gay person up front will not walk away from a responsibility and be afraid of being tossed out of office. After Dade County, I walked among the angry and the frustrated night after night, and I looked at their faces. And in San Francisco, 3 days before Gay Pride Day, a person was killed just because he was gay. And that night, I walked among the sad and the frustrated at City Hall in San Francisco. And later that night, they lit candles on Castro Street and stood in silence, reaching out for some symbolic thing that would give them hope. These were strong people whose faces I knew from the shop, the streets, meeting, and people I'd never seen before, but I knew they were strong, but even they needed hope. And the young gay people in Altoona, Pennsylvania's and the Richmond, Minnesota's, who are coming out and hear Anita Bryant on television and her story, the only thing that they have to look forward to is hope. And you have to give them hope. Hope for a better world, hope for a better tomorrow, hope for a better place to come to if the pressures at home are too great. Hope that all will be right. Without hope, not only the gays, but the Blacks, the seniors, the handicaps, the us's will give up. And if you help elect to offices more gay people, that gives a green light to all who feel disenfranchised, a green light to move forward. It means hope to a nation that has given up, because if a gay person makes it, the doors are open to everyone. So if there's a message I have to give, it's that I found one overriding thing about my personal election. It's the fact that if a gay person can be elected, it's a green light. And you have to give people hope. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Matt. I can't help but echo in these days, we all need hope. And now it's time for our story for all ages. Will the children please come forward and hear a story from Kathy Paget?
I have a little problem. When I rose up to sing, my microphone fell off. So is Dave Roof around? Can Dave reattach this? Here's our book. Thank you. Here's our book for today. My name is Kathy Paget, and the title of our book is 3 words: I am you. Can we all say that together? I am you. And we look at the cover of this book, and what do we see?
People
People
riding a bike
riding a bike
with a dog
with a dog.
in the front.
Do these people all look the same?
No.
How do they look different?
You can be different than others.
They what?
A lot of things.
A lot of things, like what?
For example, their hair.
Their hair? Some curly hair, straight hair? How about the little boy has a hat? I'm wearing a hat, but you're not wearing a hat. Some of these children are not wearing hats. So, I am you. What does this mean? So we open up the book and we see these lovely pictures of children, just like you all. And we begin with, we may look different and sound different. They all look different. And they're saying different words. How are they different? They're speaking different languages. Somebody has glasses on, somebody has blonde hair, somebody has black hair. But we are one because they're all together singing like the Prism Voices this morning. We may act different and we may eat different. So here we have children acting different, they're running, they're just eating cotton candy, they're eating different food. Can you all see these pictures? And we may live in different places. Over here we have a city. Over here we have the country. And what are these two girls doing with cans? They're talking. Why are they talking?
Because they move to different places of the world, but they still want to talk to each other.
They moved to different places in the world, but they still want to talk to each other. So they made...
And they're meeting each other.
They made what?
They're probably meeting because one of them are probably new.
Okay. They're meeting because one of them is new.
But those are phones.
Those are phones. But they made them out of tin cans.
Like phones.
Like tin cans. Walkie-talkies.
Phones.
I used to do that with my neighbor next door when I was a little girl. So they're talking together. To hurt you is to hurt myself. Do you understand that? To hurt somebody is to hurt yourself. To tease you is to tease myself. So here we have somebody who knocked down a sandcastle at the beach. That's not good, is it? That makes us feel bad. Yeah, makes us feel bad to tease somebody.
And probably he's mean.
Probably he's mean. Okay, well, let's go over to the next page then. Okay. To care for you is to care for myself. So you see, sharing an umbrella. And to be gentle with you is to be gentle with myself. Here we have an older brother taking care of
A little sister.
a little sister. How about that? Being gentle.
I didn't even see a picture.
Being gentle, yeah. So, are you catching on what this book is about? What do you think? When you do something to somebody else, it's reflected back to yourself. So, to be kind to you is to be kind to myself. I am you, and you are me. Is that true? Is that really true? So, what's going on in this picture right here?
They're beating each other.
He's helping the blind boy walk. Yeah,
And he's using a stick to feel.
and using the stick to feel. And here we have two boys playing with tires, rolling the tires.
They're both going the same speed.
They are going the same speed. Y'all are so good.
It's like keeping up with each other.
Keeping up with each other, yes.
Being nice.
And being nice. And the last page is, I am because we are
Family.
one. Family one. I am because we are one. So in this last page, they're playing in a tree. They're doing different things, but they're all playing in the tree. Like you probably like to do, right?
Like friends or
Like friends. Like these girls are up in the tree house. These three, they've made a little, what?
car.
Bus.
One of them those three people are playing. Those who are playing on the tire swing.
They're playing on the tire swing.
Superman.
And they're all together playing, and the back of the cover says, "We may be different, but our hearts beat the same." So I want you all to put your hands on your hearts. Feel your hearts. I'm going to teach you a South African word because that's what this book is from, a South African word called Ubuntu. And it means I am because we are. And it fits right in with our words for today of interdependence, generosity, and what else? Pluralism. We are all different, but we were all the same. Why? Because we're all human, and we have the same hearts. So I really enjoyed reading this to you. If there could be a golden rule to this story, what the author says is that the golden rule requires one person to stand in the shoes of another person. So if you have the opportunity to do that today, I encourage you to. And I look forward to reading to you again. So thank you. So enjoy your religious exploration.
Let's go, Elsa.
Thank you, Kathy, so much. Now, this is the time where we share a personal joy, sorrow, or concern from this pulpit. If you would like it shared from this pulpit by the service leader or Reverend Stephen, please email or text our administrator by noon on Friday. We realize that everyone doesn't want to get up and give their on joy or concern, so we can do that. You can also pick up a candle in the foyer before the service if you wish to share in person. I think somebody has a sorrow they're trying to share with us right now. Let's just think of it that way. We'd like everyone to know that we have an active caring committee whose members wear yellow name tags, and they're available for those in need. If you have a candle, please come forward to share your joy or concern.
Good morning, I'm Joan Watterson, and this candle is for a big joy and gratitude. Joel Spector is the son-in-law of Marlene Trader, one of our members. He has been in residence in the ICU down at MUSC for many weeks, waiting for a new heart. Well, he got one yesterday. They finished the operation about 8:30 this morning. They pulled the breathing tube out, took him off the respirator, pulled the breathing tube. He was sitting on the side of the bed asking if he could get up and walk. So we're all very happy about that. So this is for Joel, and it's also for the donor and the family. I understand that there were many other organs that went to people who were also waiting.
Hi, I'm Bud Ashley, and I got to give y'all some numbers again. I'm lighting a candle today for victims of mass shootings worldwide. And I want to give you some of the shootings that have happened since the beginning of this year by different countries. Japan, South Korea, Finland, Australia, and the United Kingdom had 0. Germany and China had 1. France, Russia, Canada, and Brazil had 2. Afghanistan had 3. Pakistan, 4. South Africa, 6. Mexico, 8. But America, we're number 1. As of last week, 288. And, you know, this is the greatest country in the world, run by a very stable genius with great common sense. But we still remain absolutely powerless to address a problem the rest of the world has already solved. So this is for the victims.
My name's Kevin McKinney. I have a couple of joys, and I'm going to just mention one because I think somebody else is here who might be duplicating, well, I might be duplicating her content. But anyway, my first joy that I'm going to mention is I'm wildly excited about the album dropping this Saturday. It's my third. It's called Mercury Rising. I want to share it with you, especially with Kate Noel here, who is actually on it for about a minute, as well as Deb and, our friend Nancy Shillington Perez as well. So anyway, you can come and check it out right here, 5:30 this Saturday. We'll have refreshments, and it's a fundraiser for social action and also with the cut going to the general fund. So wildly excited about that. And a secret joy.
I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm going to bring down the mood. September is National Suicide Awareness Month. There is signs, there is ways to tell if somebody who's thinking about ending it. If they're talking about it, it's not a joke. If they're withdrawn from things that they usually enjoy doing, that's a sign. If they're starting to give things away that mean a lot to them, pay attention. This is a candle of remembrance for those who lost the battle with mental health.
I'm Connie Quirk. I hope this is a candle of joy. Today I turn 3/4 of a century old. So I'm 75. I was born in 1950. And I wanted to light this because I didn't want Kevin to embarrass me. But anyway, so that's my joy.
Just a quick announcement. I've been trying to do this now for years, and I never once thought about coming here and saying these things. So with the nomination plate, there's 2 that I want to throw in there so you can vote if you want. One is my family. It's the Beaver Creek Indians. I'll bring Chief Chavis here, and you can meet him if you want. I thought that would be a good environmental issue. The other one, speaking of mental health, is the Brain Injury Association of South Carolina. Those 2 is what I want to let you think about for Share the Plate.
And finally, we'll light one last candle for those joys and sorrows that remain silent in our hearts today. Let's pause to ponder these joys and concerns that we have just heard. Thank you. Today, we focus on 3 of our Unitarian Universalist values: generosity, interdependence, and pluralism. Next, we will hear from Matt Butler. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Matt. Matt is president of the board of the Harriet Hancock Center. Matt has been involved in one fashion or another with the center for the past 9 years. He is an advocacy strategist with the ACLU of South Carolina, focusing on bodily autonomy, LGBTQ+ rights, reproductive rights, and housing justice. Born in Cheraw, South Carolina, Matt attended the University of South Carolina. Go Gamecocks. I also attended there. He graduated with a BA in History and Religious Studies. Matt is a proud dog dad to senior Corgi, Dolly Elizabeth Parton von Munchausen de Luis. Did I say that right? Is that good? Okay. I was worried about if I mispronounced her name, but I think I did okay. And his senior yellow dog, George. Matt, we welcome you again.
Thank you, Linda. And good morning, friends. It's wonderful to be back with y'all again, and appreciate the relationship between the congregation here and the Harriet Hancock Center. It's always good to be with you each time I'm in this space. I feel welcome. I feel the welcome you extend, not only to me, but to the whole community. Today's theme, living interdependence, generosity, and pluralism, could not be more fitting for the story of the Harriet Hancock Center, which I'm honored to share with you. At the center, interdependence is not a theory. It's a daily life. We exist because people need each other. This past year, our youth program, once just one gathering, has grown into 2 distinct groups, one for middle schoolers and one for high schoolers. Why? Because our young people needed spaces tailored to their unique challenges and joys. They needed peers at the same age and stage of life and mentors who could walk beside them. And the response has been remarkable. Participation in youth programming has grown by 33%, with a proportion of high school youth rising from 40% to more than 70%. That is interdependence in action, young people showing up for each other in greater numbers than ever before. We've also deepened our partnerships through a collaboration with the Rainy Day Fund. Our name and gender marker change clinic has expanded significantly. Already in the first half of this year, we've processed more name and gender marker changes than in all of last year, with many more requests coming in every week. Each one is more than paperwork. It's someone claiming the truth of who they are, and it happens because we are connected to each other. Generosity takes many forms, and you can see it in the explosion of our support groups. Our transfusion support group has grown in strength and popularity, providing vital connection for transgender and non-binary community members. We've also seen powerful momentum in our queer and disabled group and our queer and BIPOC group, and our caregivers of LGBTQ youth group. Each reflects the generosity of people willing to share their stories and the generosity of others to listen, hold space, and to say, you are not alone. Generosity is also creativity. Our queer collective group and queer game nights are drawing crowds because they offer alternative to spaces centered on alcohol. They provide joy, community, and belonging the kind of generosity that feeds the soul. And generosity extends outward. We've launched a partnership with We Are Family in Charleston and Uplift Outreach Center in Spartanburg to connect rural queer youth virtually, so that even if you live miles from the nearest affirming space, you can still find community, a safe community, online. The numbers tell the story. In the past year, we have hosted or tabled at more than 164 events. Nearly a quarter of attendees were about 20, a little bit more than a quarter, were visiting the center for the very first time. And overall, our center activity has increased almost 12% compared to 2024. That growth is not just about programs, it's about generosity, sustaining, and multiplied community. Pluralism is the conviction that diversity is not a problem to solve, but a gift to celebrate. It is at the very core of the Harriet Hancock Center. Our growing programs, whether youth groups, peer groups, or collective gatherings, remind us that there is no single story of what it means to be LGBTQ. There are many stories, and when we bring them together, we become more than the sum of our parts. This year, our pluralism has taken new shape as we've become a hub for the South Carolina Food Share Program. Because pluralism is not only about who we welcome into the room, it's about ensuring that every person in our community has their basic needs met. Food justice and queer justice are bound together, and at the center, both are part of our pluralism. And pluralism extends to advocacy. Our staff and volunteers have given nearly 250 hours this year to advocacy at the local and state level, educating, organizing, and standing for justice, not just for LGBTQ people, but for the dignity of all. And this week on September 11th, we will gather for our Legacy Gala. It's an evening designed to celebrate the outstanding contributions of individuals within the LGBTQ community. At its core, our gala is about honoring those who have dedicated themselves to advancing LGBTQ rights and fostering inclusion. It's about shining a light on the work of community leaders, allies, advocates whose efforts ripple outward, creating change not only for today, but for generations to come. Through awards, recognition, and storytelling, our gala acknowledges the enduring impact of leaders, but it also inspires us to continue the legacy of activism and advocacy. It is both celebration of the past, a commitment to the future, a vivid example of interdependence, generosity, and pluralism in action. Friends, the Harriet Hancock Center is growing, not for its own sake, but because the need is growing, and we cannot grow alone. Your partnership through Share the Plate is not only generosity, it's interdependence in action. It means the next youth who needs a safe space will find one. It means the next person who needs help with their name and gender marker change will not be turned away. It means pluralism continues to be not just an aspiration, but a lived reality in Columbia. So today I invite you to share in this story, to live interdependence, to practice generosity, and to embody pluralism with us all. On behalf of the Harriet Hancock Center, I thank you for your witness, your partnership, and your commitment to ensuring that no one stands alone, because all of us are bound together. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. This congregation proudly participates in our Michael Sullivan Share the Plate initiative, where half of our monthly cash collection is donated to a local charity. And you're hearing a lot about some of our local charities today. It's our way of giving back and supporting our community. This month's recipient, chosen last year by our congregation, is the Harriet Hancock Center, as you've heard. If you'd like to contribute to Share the Plate, please write Share the Plate in the memo line of your check or on your donation envelope. Thank you for your generosity.
Our offertory music selection this morning is Drift Light from Pictures of Light by William Baines. He was a British composer who lived in the early 1900s. He died at the young age of 23, but left many beautiful compositions, including over 150 for solo piano.
Would the ushers please come forward? Thank you for sharing beautiful music today, Anna. We receive these donations with gratitude for your generosity, which helps to support us in our community. Well, as we continue to focus on our values of generosity, interdependence, and pluralism, I'm proud to welcome Becky Morrison, representing Senior Resources. Together with its volunteers, Senior Resources provides necessary services and care for seniors who cannot afford to pay for private services. Their goal is to support Midland seniors who wish to remain in their home. Becky is the Director of Development at Senior Resources, where she combines her love for community with her background in political science, art history, and public administration from the University of South Carolina, 2 in a row. Go Gamecocks! She has built her career through roles at United Way of the Midlands, Lexington Medical Center Foundation, and the Columbia Museum of Art, always focusing on connecting people to meaningful causes. Outside of work, she enjoys being part of her church, the Junior League of Columbia, and spending time with her husband, Matt, their almost 3-year-old daughter, and their 2 Boston Terriers. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Becky Morrison, and I have the privilege of serving, as you know, as the Director of Development for Senior Resources right here in Richland County. Thank you for having me today. Our story begins in 1967 when a small group of community members saw something they couldn't ignore. Older adults were going hungry. They didn't wait for funding or permission. They simply said, we'll do something about it. They started delivering 50 meals to seniors. Today, that same spirit carries on. What began as a handful of neighbors stepping up has grown into more than 1,100 older adults receiving Meals on Wheels every year, along with thousands more served through our wellness centers, the Lori Center, our Pet Pals program, which provides a monthly pet food supply drop to our furry Meals on Wheels clients, no snakes, thank goodness, and other services. At its heart, Senior Resources has always been about neighbors helping neighbors, about finding the joy in showing up for each other. I see that joy every day. I think about Mr. James, a veteran who lives alone. He once told us, it's not the food that saves me, it's knowing that someone will knock on my door every day. For him, that daily visit is a lifeline. And I think about what our volunteers tell us. Many say they know for a fact their clients would not eat without Meals on Wheels. Imagine being that person who ensures an older adult has their only hot meal of the day. It's humbling, and it's why we believe we deliver more than a meal. That same joy is alive in our wellness centers, which serve as neighborhood hubs in 4 communities in Columbia, Eastover, Blythewood, and Hopkins. Each weekday, seniors gather there for hot lunch, for conversation, bingo galore, and often their only chance to get out of the house. Around those tables, friendships are formed, stories are exchanged, and laughter is shared. It's alive at the Lori Center right here in Columbia, where older adults come to find strength and fitness classes, creativity and painting workshops, or curiosity sparked by lifelong learning lectures. It's a different kind of hub, one that nourishes the mind, the body, and the spirit. It's alive at the lunch bench, where fellowship happens over good Southern meal at the local Lizard's Thicket, which is approved by the state dietitian, with even better conversation. It can happen. You can have really healthy food there. I haven't tried that before. Different programs, different settings, but the same heartbeat: connection, dignity, and joy. Of course, the needs are real and growing. The number of older adults in Richland County is expected to more than double by 2040. Many live on fixed incomes, some with less than $40 left after paying rent, utilities each month. And food costs are continuing to rise. Today, for us, a single meal costs us more than $9 to deliver a warm meal to our older adults. And yes, we have waiting lists. That's the hardest part of our work, is knowing that there are seniors who are hungry and who are waiting. But here is the good news. Just like in 1967, when a small group of people refused to look away, There are still neighbors like you stepping up. Every volunteer, every donor, every partner helps to shrink that waiting list and brings more people into connection. And every time someone shows up with a meal or a kind word, both the lives, the giver and the receiver are changed. And here's where you come in. Meals on Wheels is built on community hands and hearts. Each year, we are thankful for the 800 volunteers who come to give their time to this work. It takes a small army to make sure every meal gets where it needs to go. In fact, we need 50 volunteers every day, 250 a week, just to make Meals on Wheels happen in Richland County alone. It only takes an hour at lunchtime to deliver a route, an hour that can mean the world to 10 or 12 seniors on your route waiting at home, waiting for that meal and waiting for that connection and that smile from their volunteer. You don't have to do it every day. Some of our volunteers deliver once a month, some once a week, some multiple times a week. But each time they do, they're delivering more than a meal. They're delivering hope, dignity, and most importantly, connection. If you've ever wondered how to make a difference in someone's life in a tangible way, this is it. It's one of the simplest yet most profound things you can do. I'd love for you to consider joining us in that work. That's what I see at Senior Resources, and I think that's what your theme this week is really about. Living interdependence, practicing generosity, and honoring the ways that we can come together as a community. It's about discovering that when we help one another, we don't just make life better for someone else, we find joy and meaning for ourselves too. Senior Resources was built on that truth nearly 60 years ago, and with your help, it's a truth that we can keep living out for the next 60. Thank you for letting me share our story and the plates we fill, and thank you for the ways you already embody these values in your community.
I invite you to join in our closing hymn, number 128, For All That Is Our Life. Please rise in body or spirit to join in singing.
We're all that is our life. We sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift, which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad. For needs which others serve, for services we give, for work and its rewards, for hours of rest and love, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life. For sorrow we must bear, for failures, pain, and loss, for each new thing we learn, for fearful hours that pass, we come with praise and thanks. For all that is our life. For all that is our life, we sing our thanks and praise. For all life is a gift, which we are called to use to build the common good and make our own days glad.
Please be seated, and we'll have some closing words from Becky Morrison from Senior Resources. Becky?
At Senior Resources, we've learned again and again that when we serve one another, we not only meet a need, we also discover joy, connection, and meaning for ourselves. That truth is captured best in these words I'll leave with you today. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service to others. Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you.
Today, I'm going to extinguish the chalice in just a moment. And as we do extinguish this chalice, may generosity guide our hearts, interdependence remind us of our shared belonging, and pluralism open our hearts to the beauty of many voices. Now join us singing in the congregational benediction. Would everyone please be seated for a couple of announcements. As I promised you earlier, and I know you've been waiting for this, we would have some announcements at the end of the service. We've spared you the past few weeks not having a lot of announcements. However, today I have 3. And the first one has to do with Share the Plate. It's time to nominate local 501c3 charities for next year's Michael Sullivan Share the Plate. Nominations close September 25th. Nomination forms are in your order of service. That will happen today only. And in the foyer, there's some extra copies. However, the easiest way to nominate a charity and to vote later on in October is through the link in the weekly e-blast. And we really would prefer, if you can, and if you're willing, that you would use that link to vote. Saves paper. Suggested candidate lists are available, and new nominees are warmly welcome. Okay, here's one more. For visitors, potential members, lapsed members, and the curious, today we have a visitors orientation, room 8 after the service, and you'll just watch a video, chat, and receive a membership packet. And last but not least, I'm going to welcome forward Tom Clements and Melody, for an announcement.
Good morning, everyone. Tom and I are, just want to let you know we appreciate all your efforts on behalf of the staff hirings that we need to fill. Tom is doing a bang-up job, just like always, and we're looking good this week for our bookkeeper interviews. Keep your fingers crossed, hopes, prayers, whatever y'all do. Send us good energy for those interviews this week. I am here to implore you to put your thinking caps on once again and see if there is anyone out there that might apply for the DRE position. We would like to see some more applications, and we are closing, the closing date, the deadline date is September 15th for those applications. Obviously, if we don't find anyone, that won't be the end. And I'll be up here talking to you again. So everybody just, again, put that good energy out there, bring that person to us that's going to continue to move us through and keep our wonderful children's program that the CYRE and the current DRE have put together for this year. Okay? Thank you for your time. Thanks.
Thank you so much, and we're very pleased to have everyone here today, and we ask you to join us in the social hall after the service for some coffee, cookies, and whatever else might be available. Thank you.